Super excited to have all of you guys here, those of you that are on the team tonight that are here for a little bit of training, a little bit of a pep talk, some really cool things going on with Jeanette. This company is growing quick and you are on the right team right now. I want to welcome everybody who is on this Hangout with us tonight. I see both Ashley Gannon and Ashley Pluff. Ashley Gannon calling in from Boston, Ashley calling in from Port Orchard, Cheryl calling in from Federal Way. We have Joseph McDermott. Joseph, you're Diamond, if I'm correct, right? Yes, yep. I believe. And yep. Kenneth Ho, who is also a Diamond with the DD300, and Kalohe Primo, as it's said, who is a Ruby with the company. We're super excited to have all of you on tonight to talk about some really great things coming up with Jeanette. First thing I want to touch with everybody who is in the Seattle area and that is watching this Hangout live from the broadcast link. This Sunday, April 12th, we have a corporate event here in the Seattle area that you don't want to miss. Make sure you tell everybody that you know, you talk to everyone on your team, and you get them there to this event. We don't often get corporate events here in the area, so this is a really great opportunity for you to meet some of our diamonds, as well as some of the people from the corporate office who are going to be here to give you a little bit more of an idea about what Jeanette has in store for you, a little bit more about our products, some inspiration on how you can grow your business. So there's going to be some really great tips. With that being said, I'm actually going to invite Kenneth Ho, who is a Diamond with Jen, and talk to you just a little bit about what's going to happen this Sunday at the corporate event here in Seattle. Kenneth, would you take it away?
Awesome. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Well, I'm super excited to be out there. I'm super excited to be doing the corporate event. I mean, Diamond Dynasty 300 is on the map. You're going to have an amazing group of people out there. I mean, you're going to have you got the Diamond from Vancouver, Lucy West. I mean, she's been with this company from day one, so definitely someone with a lot of knowledge and information. You're going to want to pick her brain for sure. Me and Joseph constantly pick her brain. But, you know, I constantly talk about events and how building for events can change not only your business, but also help a lot of other people win because, you know, I believe in events. I mean, I've seen events change so many people's lives, and going to an event and what it will do for them when they come out of that event. I mean, perfect case example, Vegas. We had some people go in to Vegas at different ranks, and by the time the end of the month came around, we had some new rubies, we had some new emeralds on the team, and I want to give a lot of credit to that event. I mean, just having that belief system, just getting around other positive, like-minded people, just learning about new products, just getting that feel of different leaders, and you just never know when you're going to get that missing piece of the puzzle or that golden nugget from an event that's going to take you to the next level. So build hard for an event. I promise you guys, if you pack it out, I promise you by the time I leave there and we do that event in Seattle, your business will definitely go to the next level. And then we can also have follow-up events. We can come out there whenever we need be. So let's really, you know, build for it and let's see where we're at in Seattle. I know we got a good team out there, Dawn, and you guys are just crushing it and rocking out there. And we're super proud of you guys for everything you do. But I will tell you this, how you build for this event is how your business will be a year from now. So if you take massive action, you build hard for this event, getting everyone there that you could possibly get there. If they have a face, let's get them there. You know what I mean? Like, let's just drive hard for this event. Let's build a lot of value for it. And for real, you're gonna watch your team and your business go to the next level. I can also do, if you guys want to put something together, I fly out Tuesday morning, like right after midnight. We could also do a home event on Monday too, if that's something that you guys want to do. But while I'm out there, take advantage of my time, use me, put me in front of people, put me in on calls, or you know, a home event or whatever you guys want me to do, because we'll have a lot of fun out there for sure.
That is awesome. We will definitely take you up on that offer for sure, Kenneth. I am sure that I'll actually be the one that will host that event. So ooh, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So it should be a good time. I'm really excited to have you out here. We haven't been able to meet in person. There were so many of you that we missed in Vegas. And with regards to Vegas, since we missed Vegas, make sure that you're putting in your calendar right now the event that's going to be in Orlando, Florida. I believe it's in October. of this coming year. That's going to be an important event to get to, just like Vegas was important. Orlando is going to be just as important. You want to grow your team, just like Kenneth said, we make it a point to get to these events. We do what we can. We shack up in the same rooms. We, book cheap flights together. We do whatever we can to get to these events. Same with Sunday. With Sunday's event coming up, of course, our member of the motorcycle, Primo, who just slipped off the screen there, he reminds us all, make sure we're carpooling, get together, and talk it out, make sure we're scheduling this, because this is really important. I understand we all have families and lives and everything else, but that's part of the reason that we're working our business, is because we have families and because we want a nice life that we dream of having. I myself have 4 kids, and most of you know that. If you don't know that, I have 4 kids. And network marketing has taken me from being on state food assistance to not having to be on state food assistance and being able to put a child through college on my own without any help from anyone else. Okay? So that's what this business could potentially do for you. You want to make sure that you take every opportunity, just as Kenneth said, to take advantage of him being here in this area. And we also have, other great leaders that you can take advantage of their knowledge and wisdom at any point in time. I'd like to invite Joseph McDermott to turn on his microphone and talk to us a little bit about, his adventure with Jeunesse and why it's so important that he feels to get to some of these events as well. I'm going to turn it over to you, Joseph.
Awesome, Don. Thank you. Definitely exciting to be here, guys. Hopefully you can hear me well. Just exciting to actually be a part of something that I remember when Kenny, myself, Kevin, we flew out to Orlando. We had a chance to really just go out there and actually meet with the owners, talk with the different people, really kind of find out what is it about this company that people keep telling us about. I called like multi-million-dollar earners, as friends, and said, hey, out of all the companies out there, what's happening? What do you think is the best company? And all of them had this in the top 3. So we had to decide, you know what? We had a big team in another company. We saw a lot of things happening in that company. We saw a lot of things that weren't working out the way we thought it was going to work out. Having basically 8,000 people on our team, and only 40 people were getting a check in that last company. So we knew that we had to make a decision to make sure that a lot of people can win. So when we decided to sit down with the owners of Jeunesse, we really had some hard questions. And looking back at it now, just being over 4 months now, we broke the record to Ruby, we broke the record to Emerald, broke the record to Diamond. Our team is really growing, and it's just truly amazing to see how average people are getting checks. I've probably 700 plus people now that have ranked events in Diamond Dynasty 300, having probably 1,500 plus people getting weekly checks. That's why we're doing this. We're here to help you guys win at all costs. There's actually a story that I was thinking about. My fiance was just reminding me of this. We were just listening to it right now. How many people know a guy named Jerry Weintraub? Nobody? Jerry Weintraub was a guy who he had a vision, a dream basically, that he was going to take Elvis on tour. So he called up the Colonel, who was his manager, and said, I had a dream that I was going to take Elvis on tour, and I want to be able to take Elvis on tour. And he hung up on him. Most people, they would have quit at that point. They'd say, you know what? I'm not going to do anything at this point. I'm done. Like, that's just a crazy dream. Let's just move on and go on with life. He didn't. He called 365 days that year, every single day, saying the same exact thing. Finally, the Colonel, on the last day of the year, said, okay, I'll let you tour with Elvis. I need you to bring me $1 million to Las Vegas Casino tomorrow night. This guy didn't have $1 million. He called everybody he knew to ask for $1 million. He finally found one guy who owned a radio station in Seattle to give him $1 million, and he met Elvis that night with the Colonel, and he toured with Elvis. This guy has gone on to be one of the most powerful Hollywood managers that Hollywood has ever seen. Metallica, Elvis, on and on and on. He took that $1 million and turned it to $200 million. Most people would have quit. They wouldn't have called 365 days a year. They wouldn't have called every day. They would have gave up after a week, after a month. The question you have to ask yourself, you got Kenny Ho, who his story is amazing. He didn't really talk about it. He's very humble, but this guy worked 16 years on a tugboat. worked 6 months on, 6 months off, making $100,000 a year, which most people would dream of. You only have to work 6 months to get $100,000. He was the head of the union. Walks away from that, and within 5 months, he was able to retire from a job that he had for 16 years. He started that when he was a kid in his 20s. You guys have the ability to learn from a guy who's been in this profession now 5 years full-time, making a full-time, multiple six-figure salary, in a sense, a multiple six-figure income, and you get to learn from him. So, guys, you don't want to miss this event. You don't want to miss, what Don and Ashley and everybody that is doing in that, Chloe especially. I mean, everybody, this market is wide open. Seattle is wide open. That whole market of Oregon is wide open. You guys have the ability to go out there and build an amazing team. So we're just excited to be here to support you guys and help you guys go to that next level. And whatever we can do to help you support you and do that, just let us know, and we're here to help. Again, back to you, Don. Thanks.
Thanks, Joey. Appreciate it. And appreciate you guys taking the time out, because we know that it's very late where you live out there on the East Coast, and you guys are actually in Canada. So we do appreciate you guys taking the time. One of the things that I wanted to do was to have Washington take the mic for a little bit. And Primo, I would like you to talk about, the things that you had to do and the things that you had to overcome to make yourself a success in this business, and the things that you were about to lose when you started, for those that don't know your story. If you would share that, please, that would be great. And some wise tips to go with it.
All right, yeah, so, for those who don't know, I got into this profession at 18 years old. I was honestly homeless, and I had a job. It was cool and all that, but I got introduced to this. I went to an event, I seen it, and I didn't really have any success, because I just went to an event. There was a successful guy on stage, but I really didn't have any mentors or anybody to work with me to show me the way. And so, I had to keep looking for a better job. At 20 years old, I got into the military, got involved with a 6-year contract there, because I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Whatever I was going to do, I was going to be an entrepreneur, and it would give me it would allow me to save enough money so I could get my own business. And it was about a year ago that I actually met Kenny and Joey them after struggling for 6 years in a home-based business. I made maybe made like $20 max, but that was it. I struggled, and I just couldn't get it working, and it was just something about, our leaders, Kenny, Joey, Malia, and all of them. I just seen something different in them, and I trusted them. That's one of the key things. People join people. I really trusted them. I seen something different in them. It wasn't just about making a quick dollar or anything like that. They truly cared about me and wanted me to win, and they had that belief in me, like more of the belief than I had in myself. I seen people becoming successful in this, and I knew that if they could do it, I could do it, but I just didn't really have that mentor to show me the way. So having somebody that's willing to show you the way and work with you one-on-one is just powerful. And I still remember that day like it's yesterday, and where I took that risk with them. I took that chance, and I said, I'll go all in with this. Just mentor me, tell me everything you need to know, and that's where I went. And I started getting results. Nothing like over here. I feel like it was a stepping stone. Everything was growing, but I started making enough where I was paying off my car, my car payment. It paid for my car, stuff like that. It made life a lot easier. It's crazy how much. $500 doesn't sound like a lot of money, but it's crazy how much it can really change your life, whether it's your car payment, or now you can maybe, I don't know, go to dinner more often with your family, or buy your kid, a new toy that he wanted, whatever it is. And when we came over here, just like Kenny said, or Joey said, we were doing well, but there was a lot of people on the team that weren't doing well. And it's all about the team. It's all about, how can we help the team? How can we help more people win and be successful? So when we saw this, a multi-product message company, in over 100 countries, just that wow product, and just all those other products, just so amazing. And our leadership here, we just had to make a move on here, and ever since then, it's been life-changing. What I've seen for people that are winning, there's a lot of people winning on the team, but the people that are really, really winning are putting in the time and effort. I'm pretty sure, if I told you, if you went out to talk to a million people that you would be successful, I'm pretty sure you would tell everybody. You wouldn't be scared to just go out there and share what you have going on if you were guaranteed to be successful. And that's really what it takes. I built this business from scratch. What's crazy about this is, I I didn't really have a family to go to or friends that was just like, yo, come join me in this crazy business. You know, I ran through them. Some of them did join me, but they weren't the ones that really expanded or blew up the business for me. It was making new connections. You know, a lot of people say, I don't have any friends to talk to. I don't know who to, you know, talk to anymore, you know. But I made new friends. You know, I started reaching out to new people, connecting with them, learning ways to figure out how I could help them. And it really comes back on, you know, to our leadership and training and plugging into the trainings. That's what really helped me start to win. I mean, even though I was hearing the same thing over and over, when I first started out with, you know, Kenny them, I was on every single call. It didn't matter if it was the same thing. It was just hearing it over and over. It starts to get in your head, and you start to speak that language. And so I built this from scratch with people I didn't really even know. You know, a lot of the people that's in my team, I haven't met them in person. I've done this from scratch. And just what we have going on, I can honestly say from the people that went to Vegas, like doing events and stuff like that, there was one person I remember. She was just like, you know, I'm just doing this on the side. When I first talked to her in day one, she's just like, you know, I just got into this to do something on the side, you know, make a quick, you know, a little $300, $500 on the side. And she's just like blowing up right now. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy on what you can do right now with the timing. When me and Joey, Kenny, them, we all came over, there's about 8,000 people, somewhere around there in North America. And I think now somewhere around like a little over 30,000, something like that. But the timing is now, you know, if you really, that's one of the big things. If you really, truly want to change your life, the timing is now. I mean, don't let a no get you down or anything. You really want to build for events like this. I mean, you're going to meet a guy that literally changed my life. I'll say that. Kenny's one of the guys that personally mentored me. You know, I was just like starting off ground level, never had success before, nothing. I mean, literally I was struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. And to have the chance just to learn from this guy, you know, he's literally changed my life. It's a fact. You know, I'm here, and he's somebody that's truly, you know, helped me, and I owe everything to this man, and he's coming out here for us, you know, and it's a chance to meet him. You know, it's going to be really exciting, and you know, we can really blow up this market. It's so open. You know, what you don't do, other people are going to do. So if we don't take over this market, someone else will. You know, they only got one chance. You don't have a chance to go back in time to April. You know, once April happens, it's done. You know, it's done. So you want to take advantage now. Like, if you take the people that take the most action now are the people that are going to be set for life long term. They're the people that are going to be winning big in the long term. You know, it's not going to be as, you know, fruitful as it is right now. Like, the market is just so open with amazing products. You know, people are loving what we have going on. So, and just making sure you're helping your new people. I would say that, like, getting your new people plugged in. That's definitely key. So you can create that duplication. So, really, I would say just get everybody out to this event. I mean, I don't care. I tell them if they got to cancel work, they got to cancel work. Like, this is a life-changing event. If this is going to change your life, unless it's like an emergency, I wouldn't miss this for anything. I mean, this guy literally changed my life, you know. So he's changed a lot of people's lives, not just mine. But I mean, I'm only 24 years old, so if he can change my life, he can change anybody's. You know what I mean? So, and I owe it to these guys, Kenny, Joey, them. They're really. It's just no other company has what we have, because they won't have the leaders that we do, and that are truly servant-driven. I mean, look, they're on the call with you guys. A lot of other companies, you know, you're not going to get the 6- and 7-figure earners on the call, you know, to help you guys out. Like, they're like, oh, you know, they don't want to work with, you know, unless you're like a 6-figure earner yourself, they're not going to want to work with anybody. So that's it's a big thing to have them on this call, you know, just for us. So we're really fortunate.
Well, Primo, we thank you for joining us tonight and taking the time out of your schedule. And for those of you that don't know, Primo works a full-time job during the day. So he is building his business at every opportunity that he gets. He emulates everything that he sees. And that's what we should be doing to build our own businesses. For those of us that have been in a little bit, you know, that are trying to promote, that still haven't made maybe executive, you know, have a goal to shoot for. Start with even the smallest goals, you know, maybe signing 1 or 2 people up a week, you know, whatever the case may be to get you where you need to be. And that's why, again, getting these little tidbits from the leaders at any chance you get on every call, you go to every meeting, you do everything that you possibly can, one-on-ones, whatever it takes, that you're able to get in and really do the things that we're seeing, you know, everybody else do. You know, we have Kevin Latmore, who is in China right now, and I posted his video last night on our page because he had talked about, you know, people saying that he was lucky that he gets to go. And what people don't realize when they come into this business is that they think they're just going to get rich overnight, and that they're not going to, that they're not going to have to put any work in. Well, that's not the case. Kevin even said it himself. He had to work very hard to get to where he's at today, and that is very important. Putting in the hard work. We make little sacrifices. You have to determine what you want. I know where I want to be. I know what I want my situation to be come this time next year. I want to be very independent of a lot of different things, and be able to continue to take care of the things that I need to. Again, putting a child through college is very expensive, and I've got to be able to support 2 households essentially. But I know where I want to be next year. And if you look at it from that standpoint and you think about what it's going to take to get you where you want to be, do you still want to be working full-time next year? Do you want to be working part-time next year? There's just so many great opportunities that we have to take advantage of. And again, I can't encourage you enough to be in touch with anybody and everybody within this organization, the Diamond Dynasty 300, because these guys will do anything for us to get us where we need to be and help us find the success that we want to find. They're there for 3-way calls. It was nothing for me to get on and talk to Kenneth about doing this tonight, and get on and talk to Primo about doing this tonight. And Joey was kind enough to chime in, and it's late. So they're making the sacrifices, and these are the same sacrifices that we have to make. Sitting back and saying, oh, well, I've got this and this. You know what? If you use those as excuses, and I'm going to say this as, even me being a parent, will say, oh, I can't because my kids. That's okay every now and again. But every time something comes up, using your children as an excuse, because if you use them as the excuse, then they become the excuse that you're going to use when you fail. And we're not about failure, not with this company, not with this team. So make the reasons, make your children your reasons, your why. Don't let them be your excuses, your family. Don't let them be your excuses, because I'm going to tell you right now, a year from now, for every sacrifice that you make, your family is going to thank you for the things that you're able to do for them. Back in you're playing the woe is me game, don't, because I guarantee you there's a lot more people that have it a lot harder than us. I mean, you heard Primo was homeless. So that's a big deal. And look at how well he's doing now with a lot of hard work. So it takes those little sacrifices. I want to bring in one of our rock stars real quick that's been really busting her hump on my team lately, and I just kind of want her to tell us what inspires. Oh, she just dropped off. She's having problems with her internet. So when she comes back, we'll bring her back on. In the meantime, I would like you guys to think about the reasons that you are doing this. If it's just a couple $100 a month, is it a full-time career? What is your desire? What is your why? And keep those in check. Look at them, think about them every day. Remind yourself of what those little goals are, and achieve those little goals. Celebrate those little successes. I'm here to celebrate with you, and so are your leaders. I'm hoping that that's Ashley joining back in. And Ashley, before you dropped off, I was getting ready to turn it back over to you. And what I wanted you to tell people is, you've really had this strong fire lit underneath you lately. And I'd like you to just share with everybody that's watching and listening tonight what exactly has the fire lit underneath you right now, and what your strongest desires. Oh, there she goes again. Anyways, I know that Ashley's been working very hard, and I know she's been in touch and really, seeking mentorship with Primo, and he's been talking with Ashley quite a bit lately. She reached out to him, and he's been there to assist her. And Primo here and Ash, maybe you can elaborate on some of the things that you guys have talked about to help get that fire lit under Ashley's rear end.
Yeah, well, we just talk a lot. I really try to, just like how I said, it's helping people that want to win and want to run. She's really motivated. I really love that about her. I mean, she doesn't let, no's get her down. She doesn't let her be like, oh, this is, like, she's just so motivated and ready to make it happen. And that's really what it takes to win, I know she just hopped on, so I'll keep it real short. But, just like I said, how Don was saying, I still have my full-time job, and I'm honestly looking at getting out now because I don't need it anymore. I love what I do here. I love helping other people win. And, I did my time. It was great. I loved it. But it's time for me to move on to bigger and better things, and really get out to my full potential. You know, when I first started doing this, did I lose sleep? You know, did I lose sleep because I had to go to work in the morning? Yeah, like I honestly slept 4 hours sometimes. You know, 4 or 6 hours. I was lucky. Maybe a good day is 8, but normally it was like 6 hours probably around. I stayed up till 2 in the morning. Woke up at 7. So it did. You know, it did take time. It did take some time, but it's just on what your goals are. You know, like if you want to make $1,000, you know, a month, obviously it's not going to take no 18 hours a day to do that. I mean, you're probably doing a lot more than that if you're putting in that kind of time. But, you know, was it worth it? Yeah, you know, of course. I mean, 4 months later, you know, from down the road to, you know, going from where I was at and just like starting from brand new, it was risky for me to come to this business because I just bought my house in November, and so I had a mortgage payment that I was able to, like, I qualified for this house because of my last business. You know, I qualified for it. I wouldn't have been able to make the monthly payments if it wasn't for that. So, you know, stepping away from that and taking a big risk to do this was a huge risk for me, but I knew how to make it happen. I had the right leaders to plug in if I needed calls, and I just knew that this was the right time, and just I had to take full advantage of it. And, you know, getting 16 hours of sleep a night to literally, you know, have some really crazy life-changing income is worth it to me. You know, where else are you going to do that? You know, if you want to get a 6-figure income, most people have to go to school and be a doctor, you know, or you got to go to school for like 6 years. It takes a lot of schooling to achieve that, but if you really put your mind and heart to it, you know, it's definitely achievable of having whatever you want. If you want 6 figures, 7 figures, you know, it may take 6 months. You know, some people may not have, you know, hit it as fast as Joey or Kenny or me, but, you know, it's still, what even a year, you know, what's a year? What's 2 years? You know, to have that kind of income, to be able to make that from home or the beach or wherever you're at. I mean, it's really, really worth it. But you just have to put your mind to it. I saw a quote the other day I was reading, and it talked about, you know, there's going to be those negative people out there, but you can't listen to the negative people. If you listen to what they say, you buy their life. You know, if you're listening to this person that's telling you, oh, don't do this, if they don't have the life you want, why are you going to listen to them? You know, that's why I cut that all out. Any negativity. I lost some friends, but really I met better people doing what I did. I lost, you know, some friends that just didn't believe in it or thought it was silly, but I met so much better friends, you know, that people that were supportive, people that were going places in life, and that's, I mean, I couldn't ask for better people. You know, me and Kenny, Joey, we just met a year ago, but they're family already. You know, they're my best friends, and yeah. But I'll turn it over to Rockstar Ashley, because she's just crushing it out there. You know, you really want to build for this event. I mean, the more people you get to this event, the more your life is going to change, truly. If you really want a business, it's pretty much done for you. Kenny does all the work for you. You know, it's all set in stone. If they go to this event, there's no way they're not leaving there like, oh my God, blown away. So, but I'll turn it over to Ashley, because she's crushing it right now, and I mean, she's amazing. So you want to definitely listen to what she has to say. I want to hear what she has to say too. So.
Ashley, tell us what's got your fire lit right now.
Yes, I've been very, very excited. With my last company, I didn't make it too far. I know that sometimes you have a flop. So this company, I've actually been moving a little faster. So that's making me a little excited. Primo was saying negativity. I actually drive off that. Makes me more excited. I think that's what's making me super excited about going far in this business, is proving people wrong. So I usually don't let negativity get me down. I usually take that and give me more drive to get what I want. I want to be able to take my kids where I want to take them. I want to be able to go on vacations and travel and all of those things. So I'm trying to get there and trying to get my team as motivated as possible. I've been making personal phone calls to get everyone to this event. I've been actually, every time I meet with somebody, run into somebody, I'm telling them about it. The more people you tell, they're either going to make an excuse not to go, which is their bad, or they're going to come, and we're going to blow them away. So definitely keep asking and make sure you're making personal phone calls. Good. That's helping me. Let's get it. I think you're muted, Don.
There we go. I wanted to tell you thank you, because I know that you've been working really hard, and not that anyone on this team is not working really hard. I've had a lot of conversation with Ashley lately, and some of her team members, and she's just really got the fire lit underneath them. They're feeling her passion, You know, I want you to keep in mind, if you even have one person on your team, that makes you a leader. If you brought one person into this company, that makes you a leader. That means you're about to change somebody's life. And that means you have to do what you can to help change your own life as well. And the only way to be successful, again, is to emulate what you see your leaders doing, working hard, one-on-one, three-way calls, whatever the case may be. Get out of the house. I'm guilty of this myself. Sometimes I don't always get out of the house like I should and get out there and meet people. So, you know, getting out of your house and taking the time, go to the park with the kids, you know, get out, talk to the moms at the playground, talk to the moms at school, whatever the case may be. Get social, get socially active. You know, my career prior to is a very social anyway, so I'm around people. When you sometimes, and I will tell you, your family is your biggest naysayer. Prove them wrong. And that's what I love about Ashley. I know that drives her. I know that, you know, she even worked hard in her other company because we worked together. I saw how hard she worked. But it's finding the right thing and the right niche just for you to get in and do what you do and do it so well. And I know that everybody on this call, on this Hangout tonight, has the potential to do great things. You may see success slower than others. I'm telling you, give it time. Even if you're seeing it slower, you will see success with this company. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Joey and Kenneth to finish out this call tonight. I do want to thank everybody for being on this call tonight. For those of you that live in the area that's close to my house, that have been to my house, tomorrow morning Ashley and I are getting together at 11 o'clock. This will be kid-friendly. I would love for you to bring your children. We have a park right 3 houses down from my house here in my cul-de-sac. We're just going to sit and talk, you know, bring a little snack for the kids and something to drink, and we're going to sit and talk about goals and things that we want to see and accomplish, you know, in the upcoming month, and things that we would like to see for ourselves, setting those goals. So for those of you that are in the area, again, tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock here at my house, let me know if you need directions. Otherwise, I'm going to turn it over to Kenny and Joey, and thank you all very much for tuning in tonight. I'm going to let them close it out.
Can you hear me, Dawn?
Yes, we can.
Awesome, and you did an awesome job. I'm so excited to work with you, with the leader of your caliber. I mean, I definitely know that you will be successful, and anyone that locks arms with you is going to be successful too, because this thing is just too big. I mean, really, like, we walked away from a lot because we knew that we could create a legacy here. We knew that we could do something substantial and help a lot of people win here. And we had to be precise. We had to be surgical with the decisions that we made, because a lot of people's lives we knew would be affected by this. And I'll tell you what, I have never questioned the decision that we've made since we've been here. We went all in, and, you know, a lot of times I see, you know, Chloe bring up some good points. I mean, don't worry if you're not finding success. Don't look at others and say, like, wow, how come they're, you know, ranking up faster than I am? Just focus on your why, and I think that's where it really starts. I see a lot of people that say, you know, I'm just in here to make a couple extra $100 a month or a couple extra $100 a week, but what would that do for you? Like, take it to that level. One of my mentors told me, if your why don't make you cry, find a new why. You got to have that driving factor that will not let you fail. If you will, literally, if you will die before you fail, you'll never fail. And it comes with hard work. It comes with mastering your craft and mastering your skills and plugging in. If you're not finding success, the best thing you can do is plug in. Because as you're staying plugged in, as you're staying engaged, as you're staying around other like-minded, positive people, you're going to get a golden nugget. And most of the times they come from an event. And when you get that golden nugget, it's going to be like a light switch going on in your head. You're like, oh my goodness, I get it now. And you just go out there and crush it. I've seen people be dormant for years and turn that light switch on and crush it in the next 90 days. You know, I want you guys to understand something. What we're doing here, like I said already, is substantial. And I really want you guys to understand, not only believe in this company and believe in this team, but really believe in yourself. Because I think a lot of the self-talk that we have, you know, it could be a lot better. Like, even the word try. I never use the word try. I don't use that. I cut that word out of my vocabulary because I know if we choose to do something, and I know if we start taking the action towards achieving that goal, we will hit that goal eventually. I want you all to really believe in yourself and believe that you're worth it and that you deserve it and that you can get to whatever level you want. And it has nothing to do about rank. It has nothing to do about how much money, like, hey, maybe somebody wants to make $1 million a month, whatever. You want to make $1 million a year, whatever. It really has to do about you living a life of passion and purpose and choosing to live the life that you want to live with the people that you want to live it with, doing the things that you want to do. That's why we take this high risk of putting in time and energy and not sleeping for days. I mean, when we first started running, we weren't sleeping for like, it seems like months. But the risk, I'm telling you right now, the results and the rewards will outweigh the risk 100%. And it's all about taking advantage of the timing and opportunity and the momentum that we have right now. What we do today will pay us in dividends residually tomorrow. So every day we have seconds in the days. Every day we have minutes in the days. Every day we have hours in the day. What are we doing with the seconds, the minutes, and the hours in the day that's going to help us achieve our goal? And I promise you, if you take those baby steps and you start focusing on where you want to go and what you need to do to get there, you will get there. You will get there. Stay the course, lock arms with us. We're not going nowhere. We've built roots. We're building a foundation. We're building a dynasty, and I'm excited to work with each and every one of you guys. You know, make sure that you're plugging in the Diamond Dynasty 300. If you guys have, if you don't know when the team calls are and the opportunity calls or the team call number, you probably didn't go to Diamond Dynasty 300. We have all this recorded. We have all our recognition on there. Like, use that team branding for yourself to really build this business and show that it's a lot more than just us. It's a group of people that together, collectively, with the energy that we bring to the table, we create synergy. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Right now you see synergy happening on our team, and you see people all winning. And it's just going to grow and grow and grow. And you do not want to live that life of regret. I promise you that's the most painful life to live, the life of regret. I heard Don bring up a good point. You can make excuses, but you know what? Eventually that will become your excuse. I have a saying. You can make excuses or you can make money, and it's not about the money. It's what the money will allow you to do. Don't let an excuse give you the life and the lifestyle that you want to have, because you deserve it. So I don't want to take up too much time. I'm going to pass it to Joey. Joey, you can close it out. But thank you for having me on this Hangout. I'm excited to work with all of you guys. When I get there, we can do a private event. We could do a private training just for the team. You guys let me know. We're here to work for you. So thank you for allowing me on, and love you guys. Have a great night.
Well, I believe Joey just messaged me and said he's got to do a call for somebody. So I do want to say thank you again to Joey being in tonight. You know, we're super like you, somebody who really cares, that's willing to take the time. So many people you see that are in it for themselves, and being a part of this team, you know, it shows that everybody really cares. It's exciting to be a part of what we have as a Dynasty, a Diamond Dynasty 300 family, and that's just it. He's right. It is a family, and we take care of each other. You know, again, I can't stress how important it is to get over to see Kenny this weekend. Let's set up carpools, do what we need to do, but let's blow this event up. If you've got potentials that are really considering joining, now is the time to get into this event. And if you are on this team and you can't get to this event in Seattle, we understand, because don't worry, next week we are going to have another Hangout, and we are going to talk exactly about what happened at the event this weekend. But I encourage all of you and want all of you, you need to be at this event this weekend. There shouldn't be any excuses to keep you from going to something local, especially since the majority of us didn't make Vegas. Again, this event is super important from 2 to 6 in SeaTac this weekend. We don't want to miss out. Kenny, you and I will talk after this, but I do want to thank everybody. I want to thank Primo for joining us tonight. He is the prodigy. We appreciate his leadership, his friendship, and his mentorship. And Joey as well. Again, he had to tune out, but we do appreciate Joey being here tonight, and all of you as well. Thank you so much, and look forward to next week's Hangout and training, and we'll all chat again real soon. If there's anything you need, please feel free to contact me as soon as you can. Kenneth, don't go away. I want to talk to you. Everyone else, you guys